love Mike Hanson Archives.
Are you ready to run?
I like that shirt.
I like it too.
Oh, Larry, here, hold on. Oh,
Mike Hanson original.
Oh, I love that. Come and take me. No, come and make me.
That's right.
And guess what? You can get those by calling 830-672-3089. But how does somebody get that good a body, though? That's what I want to know.
Got to work at Sonic for 4 years.
Bye. Say bye to everybody on Facebook.
All right.
Bye. Well, hello, folks. It's Mike Hanson here from Mike Hanson Archives right here on band.video. Just go to Infowars.com and go over to the side button, band.video, and go right down to Mike Hanson Archives where you can pick us up. And I want to thank Alex Jones for our channel. If you would like to help us fund this channel, it would be nice if you would buy a t-shirt from us. As you know, we're in the 2020s now, and it's all about medical tyranny now. Don't fall for it, folks. Wear this t-shirt. Come and make me. See the little shot here? I love it. And it's just send $20. We'll pay for the shipping to this address here, P.O. Box 481, Gonzales, Texas 78629. And we got people here to answer the phones. Can you give us our phone number?
830-672-3089.
830-672-3089. And we're paying people to put these videotapes up, which is not cheap. It's about $800 a week for all this operation, keeping this channel rolling. And I just want to plug, coming up right now, I found original tape of, I don't think we've ever played any of this on the show. I think it just, something else happened and it overdid this story. But this is original Alex Jones investigation here when his mother was harassed by helicopters and his girlfriend at the time, later his wife, and they showed up to my house that week too. So Alex started investigating this all over town, and boy, is it good. So stay tuned right now for this classic here from the 1990s. And if you want to email us, always forget the email, you know. This is our email address, and the lovely Cammie will answer your email if you would like to donate to this channel or buy my book. I will send you a signed copy. Now, back, like I say, back to the future, right here on Mike Hanson Archives. You're gonna love this, folks. It's classic Alex Jones all the way. And boy, was he good looking back there. I guess we all were back then. Here we go. God bless you. We'll see you next time right here on band.video.
We're here at the Austin Robert Mueller Airport, and we're going to show you some of the unmarked military helicopters that are here. We're also right next door to the so-called Starflight hangar that is now admittedly being used for surveillance and basic harassment and intimidation. Of course, they passed it as Starflight bonds, but now they admit it is being used for surveillance, and 3 people in the last week that I'm associated with have been harassed by these and the tower. The Austin Aviation Department, Simeon Togel, that Simeon Togel says that Thursday they had a 4-hour mission log in South Austin, and my mother again was harassed by a helicopter. They were taking photos of her. The Starflight helicopters are out doing their loving work right now, probably harassing people and saying that they save children a couple times a year. That's their big excuse. But let's go ahead and show you some of the other helicopters that don't exist, supposedly, out here at Robert Miller Airport. Mike, why don't you walk up and zoom in so we can get the full shot of those. Well, here we have some of the helicopters that don't exist. We've not been allowed access in to show you this. There's many more helicopters, but this is the only shot we've got. There's also a U.S. Army surveillance plane right there that trolls. That's the same type of aircraft they used in Waco, but the feds took flare footage of them machine gunning the men, women, and children that the mainstream media doesn't want to show you. But again, here is the continual conspiracy theory right next door to the supposed Starflight facility, which is now being used by the Sheriff's Department. Again, Simeon Togel of the Austin Aviation Department. We're fixing to try to go over and talk to him and get some more documentation of the 4-hour surveillance flight that was logged on the 8th of October. And again, my mother was buzzed for over 30 minutes by the Sheriff's Department helicopter, calling itself Starflight, the new helicopters they've purchased, and they're trying to deny it. They had a large 35mm camera taking photos of them. This is basic harassment meant to make us look like we're crazy when we talk about it, but we're going to document it for you here, right here on the Freedom Report. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Again, it's hard for us to show you all of the Cobra gunships, the attack helicopters, from the view that we have. We'll try to walk around and get you some of the different angles just to see the masses of them, also with the surveillance plane that the Army has out there. Again, they do work with local law enforcement. We've documented this with Lair NewsHour, with 60 Minutes, with a lot of mainstream reports. And again, this is basically the teamwork we have with the local, state, and national, and now the international government. All this goes together with the reports we've been bringing you. Marines taking over Hebron, Maryland, using children to tattle. It's just unbelievable information. Well, here's another loving accoutrement, another surveillance plane. We're here at another facility right next door to the military operations. It's called the State Pooling Board. And we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. We also have a Texas Parks and Wildlife game warden vehicle there. Not exactly sure what all this massive little complex is for, but we're going to go ahead and go talk to Mr. Togel now. Go ahead and get the front right there. Aircraft Pooling Board. Another loving facility. They got all these aircraft and nothing to do. They got literal air forces and nothing to do but harass people. Get the loving police cars. Love, love. All working together. So much work, so little time. Oh, those may be the ones with the flare on the top of them. We'll have to check that out, won't we? Yep, those are flare units. Those police cars have flare units on them. That'll keep the children safe. Forward infrared looking radar. It's funny, Sony had to recall their little handy cam that can see through people's clothes. Wonder what those can do. Let's go ahead and go about our business. So much police state. Well, here we go into the FAA to find out exactly where Simeon Togel is located. Oh, this doesn't open. Where do we have to go to get in there? Where's the telephone? I don't know how you get in there. Oh yeah, where we were coming. is Simeon Tongle? We're supposed to talk to him.
Who?
Simeon Tongle, Austin Aviation Department?
Oh, that's over there. You know where the elevator is?
Yes.
It's up on the second floor.
So it's the elevator, the first elevator when you come in?
No, not the escalator. Down toward the baggage department,
Yeah.
there'll be an elevator. Right before you get to the baggage carousel, you go up the second floor and the city aviation offices are up there.
Okay, sorry. Mike, we got to move the car. We don't have permanent park here. Come on. Mike, here we go. We're going up to talk to Simeon Tongle, head of their operations, who told us it was a 4-hour surveillance mission. Hi, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
My name's Alex Jones. I'm a documentary filmmaker. I also have a radio show here in Austin. My father talked to Simeon Tongle. Is that how you pronounce
Simeon Thompson?
it? Tum Tum, excuse me.
Eventually, let me speak. Can I help you?
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay, you can call 476-7200.
Simeon Townsend is off the air. What's the morning shift, if I'm mistaken?
He's on this shift, isn't he?
Is it the
Oh,
morning
you
shift?
calling?
I was told he'd be here around this time.
Alice, is Simeon in?
No, she's calling.
Do you know when he'll be back? He won't be back until Thursday.
Is there who else is in his position? Because we have a show tonight, and we are concerned with helicopters on a surveillance mission that were harassing citizens in Austin. And he gave us the information over the telephone, but he said that we could get perhaps the flight records if we came up.
I got somebody from the press here, Al.
The bathroom?
Why'd you bring me my business cards?
They're from somebody concerning helicopters.
Yeah, KJFK Radio.
KJF Radio.
KJFK.
Let me have one.
Hold on. You can talk to him, sir.
Okay, thanks. Hello? Yes, sir. My name's Alex Jones from KJFK Radio. I also have a cable TV show and I make documentaries. We are concerned in the last few days, some of our associates, we actually have it on videotape, were harassed by surveillance missions from the Travis County Starflight helicopters that are now being used for surveillance. And we talked to Simeon Tongle. Am I pronouncing his town? And Simeon told us that we could drop by and perhaps get some records of that instead of just verbally over the telephone. Well, basically for the radio show, we just don't want to have him via the telephone, and we didn't record the conversation because we're not dishonest or anything. We would simply like to have that confirmed in writing or verbally from the records from October 8th noon, the 4-hour South Austin. We'd like to confirm that for the public. We're a little bit shocked. There was also 2 other visits we'd like to confirm that happened late Friday night, early Saturday morning, with homes being spotlighted by helicopters and being circled. We also have this on video. They referred us to you. They will not give us any information, and the only person that's been helpful was Simeon Townsend.
I'm not so sure what Simeon could have told you that would have helped you because he doesn't. I mean, I'm not clear what you want. There's nothing that we would be able to provide you with any information. I mean, we don't have any information that would tell even if they were up in the air or not.
Okay, Simeon called Dr. David R. Jones and told him over the telephone that yes, he called him the day after on Friday, after the Thursday, and said that there had been a 4-hour surveillance mission booked in the South Austin area. We just want to get that confirmed in writing.
You need to talk to Simeon on that because I have no idea how or where he got that information from.
Can you have your people here, because we've had trouble finding out how to call the Starflight people? And I really appreciate your help, sir. What's your name again?
Okay, my name is Al Gallardo. I'm the ops chief here. And like I said, I don't understand what. I don't know how Simeon would have gotten that information unless he would have gone right to the Starflight people. And I doubt very seriously whether that information would have been passed on, since we have no need to know that. So basically, Simeon's lying to us? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I don't know how he got that information. You'd have to talk to him, or I'd have to talk to him, because if there's some kind of surveillance going on out there, I'm sure that the sheriff's department's not going to just tell us over the phone if in fact it is going on or if it's happening. Well, say that if you a source, and really it's kind of a bad source, would be our police department. armed. And I doubt that they would have that information also. Simmy would even give you any kind of information.
How do we talk to Starflight then?
Contact them through, let's see here, if I get a number for them.
Ma'am, can I borrow a pen? Can you throw me one? Thank you so much for your help. You normally go through Travis County Sheriff's Department. And, well, they haven't been very helpful to us, sir. You can understand why?
My guy would have given any kind of information out like that.
Well, sir, we're running into a brick wall here. Now, he admitted that he called them and he said that there was a 4-hour surveillance flight logged in South Austin. And we're very concerned about the helicopter with the 35mm camera with the man hanging out the side taking photos of law-abiding citizens that are taxpayers in this county.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to find out. I don't know. I'd have to call Simeon up to find out where he got that information from. I don't know.
So, sir, sir, what exactly is your position again?
I'm the airport operations chief.
I'm sorry to keep taking up your time. Can you tell us how to get in touch with the Starflight hangar, how we can talk to them? Okay, you'll call us right back. Thank you. Now they're dodging us. Yellow and dark blue and taking photos with a huge 35mm camera. It's basic harassment. Because we go up against some of the bond packages and things.
We don't have nothing for Starflight at all.
Yeah, we're getting dodged by the sheriff. She called us yesterday.
That's handled by when you call 911, and then
County, right?
if they require it, then they'll call in and ask for it.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying is that they got them all nice and fenced off back there, and then nobody will take any responsibility. That's why we had to come here. The only person that gave us any answers was Simeon, how do you pronounce it?
Council.
Simeon Townsell. And Simeon Townsell, he called us back the next day and said that he had called over there and that it was a 4-hour surveillance mission logged on one of the cases in the hours we told him in the area that we had the problem. And now we're talking to, who's the other gentleman I was just?
Al Gallardo, he's our
Al Gallardo.
chief.
Yeah, I was talking to Al Gallardo, and he says he doesn't know what I'm talking about, and that Simeon shouldn't have done that. I guess Simeon must not be that big time yet. He hadn't learned how to lie, I guess. Or
No, are you here to see someone?
yeah, I sure am. Yeah.
Who, Mr. Gallardo?
Yeah, he told us to wait here.
Okay.
Telephone.
All right.
Thank you for the help, sir.
Good.
What's your name?
Charles Gates,
And what's your job here at the Austin Aviation Department?
one of the directors of aviation for the city here.
You say that y'all have DEA helicopters that come in, and
I didn't say here. I said there are DEA helicopters that fly in Texas.
yes. Do
They're
y'all
not
have,
based here.
what are these military helicopters we see dozens of out here?
That's the Texas Army National Guard.
And also the Starflights right over here?
Starflight, I think, is based over at Signature West.
Signature West,
Signature is an FBO.
and that's here at the field.
Mm-hmm. They're a
Also,
private business that Starflight leases facilities from.
also, you were saying that they had told y'all that in the future the county is planning to get some police helicopters?
I didn't say that. I said I heard that the Travis County Sheriff's Department was going to eventually have police helicopters like other large metropolitan communities have.
I just want to tell you, they already have them.
DPSU already has them from time to time.
Well, I'm sure to tell you, sir, they already have them. They got them passed in the bond package at Starflight,
Okay, well, that's good.
and they bought 2 more. So you think it's good? I would have a problem with it if they were not harassing their political opponents with them.
I don't know what they are using them for, and I think that's something you'd have to ask the county sheriff as related to their type of flying.
The only thing I'm concerned with is when my father, Dr. David R. Jones, when his wife, my mother, was harassed by the helicopter at about 130, 150 feet, and they were taking 35mm photos of my mother when she came out to look at the helicopter. They live on 3 acres, pretty much in the middle of town. They were a little bit curious about that, so he called. The county wouldn't give him any answers, so he called here and he talked to a Simeon Townsell. And Simeon called him back the next day and said that he had talked to the Starflight people and that it was logged in for a 4-hour surveillance mission. And now Simeon's unable to talk to us now.
Oh, Simeon's one of our operations coordinators. I think he comes on, if today's his working day, he works usually like from 2 to 11 or whatever else.
They say he's gone until Thursday.
Oh, then he's off on vacation or his off days.
So he's off.
Now what you should do is, what he did was talk most likely with Starflight and our FAA, and so what you should do is make contact with the Starflight supervisor.
I was just
to
about
find out their basis for what they were going for, or use the Public Information Act, since they are a public entity, to file an Open Records Act to get the information from them.
About 15 minutes ago, we were talking to, who's the head of this operation here?
Who'd you talk to?
Al.
You talked to Al Garado.
Al Garado.
He's one of our operations managers.
And he said that he would call us back, and very soon. He hasn't been able to do that. He said he was going to call and get us the information, but I guess it's taking him. I'm sure he's a busy man.
Well, we don't have the information. What he has to do is go to another government unit, just like you do, and make a call request.
Well, that's the reason we're asking y'all for help, is because y'all aren't really that governmental. Y'all are just running the airport. We're getting stonewalled by the county.
Well, I think what you should do is file an Open Records Act, Open Records, and then they can't stonewall you, because there's a guideline that they have to provide you information within X number of days that you file your Open Records.
Oh, what we're going to do is
we get Open Records requests all the time.
We're going to find those pilots on the street, and we're going to confront them about harassing my mother, harassing my girlfriend Friday night, and harassing his family Friday night.
What you have to find out is what is the basis for their operations, and maybe you feel that they're harassing you, but maybe they're just doing something for a whole area, and just in your mind they were they just picked your house out of everything else.
Just hovering for 30 minutes taking photos.
Well, what else is in your area?
Nothing. It's a neighborhood.
Well, if it was a neighborhood, there are other houses.
Oh, it was directly over the home at very low.
But if there's in a neighborhood, there are other houses that are out there. So most likely, I don't know what their basis for, but the odds are they probably weren't just looking at one house.
So basically, when Rodney King was getting beaten, they might have just been trying to hit some ants that were on a pile.
That's not the same thing.
Well, it is the same thing.
No, it's a different situation altogether.
You think it was the same thing Saturday night whenever our radio station had a bunch of the windows knocked out?
I don't know anything about this, so I couldn't.
Okay,
we're not involved with that.
I don't think y'all have any idea of the level of corruption going on with this county and this city, and they don't like us, and that's what it comes down to.
Okay. Like I said, if you can't get information, the best thing is going to file an Open Records request.
I appreciate your help, sir.
Okay, my pleasure.
It's Charles. Thanks a lot.
Good luck.
He had said he was going to talk to us again, and he hasn't called us back. I know you don't want to harass your boss. We can call him back if we have to go.
Did you give him your card or whatever?
He said, yeah. I haven't talked to him face to face.
No.
Okay.
What information was he trying to get for you?
He said he was going to call over there and try to see if that was what was going on.
And they'll would probably tell him to refer you personally to give him a call to give that information.
I was also asking for their phone number out there. She heard me asking. He said he didn't know the phone number out to the Starflight. See, we've already talked to the sheriff, and she stonewalls. We've interviewed her before.
Call the.
When she gave us her word, these are not usually.
Call the county EMS. Starflight is from the county.
Well, see, I want to talk to these people.
Go over to Brackenridge. They have a based office over at Brackenridge. That's where the helicopter.
It's Alex E. Jones.
You don't live in.
Well, you know what the text is?
I need to find somebody who you can talk to that can confirm or deny or do whatever it is that you need for information.
So basically, now they're saying, now their story is that they were photographing crime scenes? Well, that's funny. Why Thursday when Simeon called them, we really appreciate his help, Simeon Townsell, why did they say that it was a surveillance mission, 4 hours log for surveillance?
I can't answer that question.
So I guess we'll probably need to do an Open Records Act, right?
I don't know. Whatever you need to do. I'm kind of dumbfounded here because I haven't been briefed on any of this stuff, and all of a sudden I get your request, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't know what my guy said, so I don't know. I just talked to some of the people down at our place.
What's the fee? $1.50 or $2 access?
All right. Well, I guess basically they'll just keep. Well, we got video of one of the occasions. I guess they'll just keep flying around our houses at night, aiming spotlights in our windows, and go out and by at 12 noon to hang out the windows with 35 millimeter cameras all day. I guess it's just an accident. I know it's not your problem, sir.
Yeah. What you can say is, again, if you need to talk to somebody from Starflight, the best people to start with would be the EMS folks, and they will direct you on how to get on
So you taking off, you're on your way to Dallas.
I have no idea what you're talking about, other than the fact that what I said.
I understand, sir. Do you have that number on you? To the people you just called. Yeah. 356-4588. Who's the head honcho over there? You talk. Okay, thanks for your help. Take care. Yeah, Shannon there?
You want this on?
Is he mad at me? I don't have an emergency except that the sheriff department helicopters that are camouflaged as Starflight EMS have been harassing my family, my friends, and we also have some videotape of that. Yes, I've called the sheriff's office and Margot Fraser's stonewalling. I would like to know. I am calling from the Austin Aviation Department right now. Pardon me, ma'am? What's the address here, ma'am?
3600 Manor Road.
3600 Manor Road.
78723. I just seen your message.
Okay.
You are?
Well, yeah, that's how the bond package was passed, ma'am. You know, they're used for surveillance, but you call them Starflight. Oh, pardon me. So. Oh, so they're called Sabre 1. What's your name, ma'am? Can So basically, Starflight has nothing to do with it. So from now on, I should refer to the surveillance missions as Sabre 1, correct? So it's called Sabre 1. So I need to call the sheriff's department about the harassment that Sabre 1 is engaged in. You know, it's funny, and I really appreciate your honesty. We've been getting that from some of the city and county workers. We just haven't been getting it from the head people. We literally, there's been 3 cases just last week of this harassment. We have no criminal records, and we opposed the surveillance helicopters back when they tried to get it passed, which they got during the bond package. And what we're shocked by is that they keep calling it Starflight and laughing at us. It is Sabre 1. What is the second helicopter they're purchasing called? Are they going to call that program Sabre 2 when they're using it? And again, you're just one of the operators. And what's your full name? 1579. Ma'am, what's your first name? Okay. Well, I appreciate your honesty when telling us about Saber One. Boy, it's been hard to find out the name of this secret program. Now we find out it's Saber One. Oh, what's the name of the Sheriff's Department program? So they use their own pilots and everybody. Where do they fly out of? Brackenridge or the airport? Okay, thank you for your honesty. Bye-bye. No, I really appreciate it. We've got them. Saber One. We have got you now, Saber One. You're a bunch of scum harassing innocent women and children, and my girlfriend. You make me sick. Saber One, you're a bunch of criminals. Now we're on our way to try to find these pilots that are harassing our families. We have successfully exposed Saber One, the first helicopter they've purchased, and the lies. These politicians are absolutely unbelievable. We have you now, Saber One.
Test it.
Test.
Do it?
Test.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Now, here we have one of the two old helicopters, as they call them, and now they've purchased two more that are designated Saber One. Pure, absolute liars. We've been out to the airport, we've been here, and we can't find the new helicopters. They're obviously out doing their busy little work. Again, the new helicopters designated Saber are dark blue, almost navy, we're told, by the aviation department, and gold, goldish yellow with stripes, and say Travis County. They do not say emergency on them. There's the Starflight. There's also another Starflight helicopter. It must be out doing something. Must be a lot of accidents out there. I didn't hear about it on the radio. A lot of work, so little time. A lot of people to harass. Well, let's go ahead and get this to tape so everybody can see it. Where are the other helicopters? Nobody knows.
Oh, there's a loving infrared right there. Oh, that's the spotlight right there.
Well, it's got infrared too down on the bottom. Sir, you let others go farther. I'm telling you, Elshire, I've tried to back down and be nice and just say, well, they're just bureaucrats. But you want to go around and badmouth me on the radio and stuff? I'm going to counter you. This is reality, not conspiracy. It's not funny, Elshire. Don't you understand the veneer of civilization is very thin, Elshire? Very, very thin, Elshire. You don't have a mandate. You are a liar. You're lying to the public. It's disgusting. Thank you, Elshire, for subverting the Constitution.
I'm a little nervous because I'm looking at this door and I'm seeing all these officers out here, and I'm wondering if we have freedom to speak, why are we intimidated? I shouldn't be
that you could just get away from the ones you betrayed, who raise their voices to say you won't be trusted anymore.
Sir, you're saying that they did call y'all over because we were here?
I don't know who called, but they just said, just come on over and just hang around. So we're here. You're taking away from us from our regular job.
Yes, sir. Since I don't have a criminal record, I'm just asking, since they call the SWAT team for the second time when I'm here, how come y'all don't do it when the 24 comes?
They usually don't go in there raising hell, Alex. The SWAT team, 2 of us.
Oh, yeah.
2 of us.
There was 3. Yeah, plus they got some more sheriff department over there swarming around.
We was in the wrong place at the wrong time again.
Oh, no, that's not what it is.
No, no, no.
Oh, call the SWAT team on us again. Excuse me. Lieutenant Beck, commander of the Travis County SWAT team. Look, they call y'all over here again and some sheriff's department people when all we're doing is coming to speak. Isn't it more violent what the IRS does and what the county tax assessor Nelda Wells Spears and all the rest of their hordes of bureaucrats eating out the people's substance? Isn't that violent to take people's homes with force?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Alex. My office is right across.
Well, who called you?
I don't know. Seriously, I don't know.
You just got a call from the chief saying.
No, it wasn't me. It was one of the girls, one of the secretaries says that y'all may want to go over there. I am for the citizens' right to bear arms.
Well, that's being taken away. Brady 2's fixing to go through.
Well, I'm against the Brady bill and all that, but...
Oh, well, so's the Supreme Court. But the states and Clinton just ignored their ruling an unconstitutional on states' rights issues, the 10th Amendment. Clinton doesn't care. They don't follow the government. Clinton does what he wants.
Clinton's time's about up.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, Commander,
it's about up.
Again, your strike forces have done well. Another victory. It was almost like it was a joke, me saying that these were going to be used for law enforcement. And at that time, and I have the tape, you were saying that it wasn't going to be used for law enforcement, that it was Starflight to save people. You said it over and over again.
Oh.
Because you're the local viceroy.
I'm none of that. I'm a local tax collector, period.
You're the local tax collector. How do you sleep at night?
Very well, thank you.
You sleep very well knowing the families you've wrecked.
We've not wrecked any families. We've not taken any homes.
You've not taken any homes? You're saying the county's never taken any homes?
I didn't say never.
Oh, you said we haven't taken any homes?
I'm not aware of it.
I've seen y'all listing the homes that have been taken. I've been mailed things in the mail about auctions at homes that are being sold by the hundreds.
Those are not necessarily people's homes where people are living.
What do you mean?
There are lots of vacant lots.
No.
They're vacant lots.
I've seen you. This lady right here, she's having her house stolen.
Well, she's
by the county.
taken up with someone else.
She has. She's here every week. Every week. Okay, last question. You say that you're not selling people's homes. You show the foreclosed homes on TV that you're taking. You've shown them on TV.
You're trying to steal my home now, ma'am.
On Channel 17. What about my cameraman? You're trying to steal his house.
Well, he can come to the office and we'll talk about
He can come to the office? Ma'am, hey, we're not some type of evil people. Ma'am, and you said that we're a bunch of conspiracy theorists, Sheriff. You know these helicopters are being used, Sheriff. These helicopters are being used for surveillance. You know they're putting flare on them. You admitted it.
They're putting flare on.
What about the feds? We stopped the Delta Force. What about the Delta Force, Sheriff?
I'd ask him to get the microphone out of my face.
You want the microphone out of your face? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for trying to report the news. Look. Yeah, my name's Alex Jones. You know who I am. It's Sunlightner. Now, it's just Sunlightner to me. Just another bureaucrat.
Tell him thank you and God bless him. Okay. Bye.
All right, folks, this is what we do, help people out. So, we got 7 couches we're giving away to people that really need them. We just gave 2 to a lady. Has about 5 kids, no furniture. We're fixing to take one over to the senior citizens place. But they're really nice couches. They're a little dusty from being in the warehouse, but they all have those beds in them. Look how nice that bed is. We owe that lady 1 cushion. I think we're probably gonna have a couple left. if you're in Gonzales, Texas, and you're in really need of it's more of a love seat.
Let me put the extra one.
More of a love seat with a bed in there.
I got 3 on this side.
Hey, y'all got 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hit me up if you need one. I can't wait, Alex, until your great-great-grandchildren see how good you were back in the day, in the 1990s. And also, we also have a, if you look below here, we have a nonprofit organization called Gonzales Association of Patriots. And of course, 100% of that goes to helping elderly people here. We put up 112 people during the freeze, February of 2021. Those people would have froze to death if we would not have put them up in our hotel here in Gonzales, Texas. People were having accidents on the highways. They had nowhere to go. People's water and electricity was cut off. They had nothing. Thank God that, we made it through that. That was just something else for Texas to have that freeze. And it lasted for a whole week. And we put them up. It just about exhausted our, it did exhaust our donations for our nonprofit. So if you look below, and I want to thank the mayor of Gonzales, Texas. If you ever get a chance to check, she bought all that food that back in February for all those people out of her own pocket, and then the news had tried to criticize it for. If she wouldn't have opened up these shelters, people would have froze to death. Their fingers would have been frostbitten in their toes, just like what happened in Austin and Houston. So I want to commend our mayor here in Gonzales, Texas, Miss Connie. There you go.
Everybody.
Buy what you want with it. Buy you something nice once in a while.
I love you, Mike.
Yeah.
God bless you.
People donate money to us, and that's how we get this money.
Thank you.
So if anybody, wants to know more about our organization, we're here in Gonzales, Texas at P.O. Box 481.
Thank y'all very much, and God bless everybody that helps people around that are in need. God bless y'all.
Okay, we'll see you next time,
Que
Peggy.
pase buen día, señora.
Gracias.
Okay, Wendy, this is what I use this for. Isn't that beautiful? This is what I bought from your store, this little awning. It was in 3 pieces, and it don't leak either, but it's beautiful. Beautiful. Built this screened-in porch out of old lumber. There's my old Alamo sign, and I got my old Davy Crockett off the building right there. That used to be off your building too. But there is that. And see the neat things you can do with that old tin. Beautiful. I'm building a dining room out there. I never stop building, no matter where I'm at. But look at this nice screened-in porch. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. It's the kind of stuff you could do with recycled wood. That was the back door there, folks. But this is what you can do with old recycled wood and different stuff. This is all. I got this all recycled. Everything here that you see is recycled. Even the screen door. And you can put your awnings, use old metal to do awnings with. Beautiful. Those steps were at the back door before I built the screened-in porch. This all used to be at the Davy Crockett. Now it's out here. All this is recycled.
We need somebody to come hold this flag while we shred it.
Alright, let's all hold.
Hold it. We say to tyranny in the United Nations.
Get it, Alex.
Death to the New World Order. Death to the idea of losing our sovereignty. We don't like this flag, and we're sick and tired of it. We stand for this country, and we will defend it. The United Nations is a tyrannical, authoritarian propaganda arm and military arm of international control. And to it, we refuse to submit. That's all that's going to be left of the UN if they keep pushing their lies. The loss of U.S. sovereignty has gone too far.
This New World Order that we talk about. You see this right here?
Death to the New World Order. Right there, baby. Yes! Yes! Tyranny's going down, baby. We know what the UN stands for. We're not going to stand for global tyranny.
Brand new revelations about the fiery end of the Branch Davidian compound near Waco are setting off fires of a different sort.
The recent discoveries are adding credibility to some groups that say this has been a cover-up since day one. KB24's Shelton Green joins us now with more. Shelton, after looking at the new evidence, some of these groups must be saying, "We told you so."
Absolutely, Walt. When the Branch Davidian compound went up in flames 6 years ago, the FBI swore its agents never launched incendiary devices inside. But now their own footage, which just surfaced, is proving the agency wasn't telling the whole truth.
10-4, copy. You can try it.
The FBI says this footage and radio traffic was overlooked for 6 years during the Waco fire investigation. And it suggests the FBI was planning to use incendiary devices during the raid.
Basically, you can get in position relative to utilize the track for cover and attempt to penetrate it with military rounds.
Roger, of course, if there's water underneath, it's just going to extinguish them, but we can try it.
Byron Sage, the FBI's lead negotiator at the time, says use of incendiary tear gas was no secret in Washington.
This tactical net, as it's referred to, would have been monitored at the command post, would have been monitored, I would believe, all the way up to and possibly the Washington, D.C. area.
A former FBI profiler says this intense new interest could be dangerous.
People that want to believe their government's against them, it's given them new fuel to believe that again.
In Waco, right here. Radio talk show host Alex Jones says the government can't be trusted.
Well, from day one, there's been massive evidence. The crime that the federal government engaged in at Waco wasn't very cleanly done. And thank God there are a lot of good people in the government that leaked this information.
Information that's igniting the fires of Waco once again. Apparently, another aerial tape from that fiery day in Waco has resurfaced, and the FBI spokesperson says the agency hopes to release it tomorrow. Walt.
Okay, Shelton, this new evidence will be the topic of Nightline tonight, immediately following KV24 News.
The Branch Davidian church rebuilding effort continued today despite some unwanted publicity yesterday. Volunteers were still working hard to complete the church earlier today, but yesterday's Ku Klux Klan rally to protest the federal government's involvement in the 1993 siege was still in the Davidians' minds.
We didn't want to encourage them to come, and we didn't encourage them to come out here after the rally, and we did not go to the rally. We feel that God's the one who's taking care of us, and we'll to continue to do it. We don't need the Ku Klux Klan.
Davidians say the Klan came by the compound last night after the rally. The Davidians made it clear the Klan was not welcome. Davidian supporters say no donations from the Klan were accepted.
States!